Bhagavad Gita 6.1, in the context of Kali Yuga, where materialism and distractions reign supreme. This verse holds profound relevance. Kali Yuga is characterized by a decline in righteousness, and individuals are easily entangled in the pursuit of personal gain and sensory pleasures. In this scenario, Lord Kukwa's teachings in this verse provide a timeless guide on how to navigate the challenges of the modern age. This verse advocates for performing one's duties without attachment to the results, a principle crucial in Kali Yuga where success and failure are often viewed in terms of material gain. In a world driven by instant gratification and the relentless pursuit of success, individuals find themselves ensnared in the web of desires. The logical aspect of this verse is a call to break free from this cycle by emphasizing the performance of duty for duty's sake, detached from the allure of personal rewards. Consider a professional in the corporate world, where success is often measured by promotions, salary increments, and material possessions. In Kali Yuga, the pressure to succeed materially is intense, leading to stress and anxiety. Applying the wisdom of this verse, this professional chooses to focus on executing tasks diligently, not fixating on promotions or financial gains. The emphasis is on performing duties with excellence, driven by a sense of responsibility rather than a desire for personal accolades. In this example, the individual embodies the essence of the verse by maintaining a yogic mindset amidst the chaos of corporate life. By practicing detachment from the outcomes, the professional experiences a sense of freedom and inner peace. This exemplifies the timeless relevance of Lord Kukwa's teachings, providing a practical solution to the challenges of Kali Yuga. The verse encourages individuals to find fulfillment in the process of their work rather than being enslaved by the results, offering a path to spiritual elevation amid the distractions of the modern age. Bhagavad Gita 6.2, in the context of Kali Yuga, where the mind is constantly bombarded with distractions and desires. This verse holds profound significance. Kali Yuga is characterized by a prevalence of materialism, and individuals find themselves entangled in a web of incessant desires and worldly attachments. This verse provides a clear directive on the relationship between yoga and renunciation of thoughts. The logical aspect of this verse in the contemporary age is a stark reminder that true renunciation goes beyond external acts of detachment. In a world driven by consumerism and the pursuit of instant gratification, individuals may outwardly renounce possessions, but still harbor a multitude of desires within the mind. This verse challenges individuals to examine the true state of their inner being and emphasizes that a yogi is one who has successfully renounced the mental inclinations towards selfish desires. Consider a person who, in the pursuit of spirituality, decides to lead a minimalist lifestyle by renouncing material possessions. However, despite the external renunciation, the mind continues to dwell on thoughts of personal gain, recognition, and desires for comfort. According to this verse, such a person, though externally appearing as a renunciant, has not truly embraced the path of yoga. In Kali Yuga, this scenario is not uncommon, as individuals may engage in performative acts of renunciation, while still being enslaved by the desires of the mind. The example illustrates that genuine renunciation involves not only the external detachment from worldly possessions but, more crucially, the internal renunciation of selfish thoughts and desires. A true yogi in the contemporary age is someone who, while actively engaging in the world, has mastered the art of renouncing mental distractions and ego-driven desires, finding serenity within the chaos of the mind.
Bhagavad Gita 6.3, in the context of Kali Yuga, where individuals often seek quick fixes and instant results. This verse provides a nuanced understanding of the yogic journey. The logical aspect of this verse is a reminder that the path of yoga is not a one-size-fits-all approach. It recognizes the diversity in the spiritual journeys of individuals and emphasizes the adaptability of the yogic process. For someone beginning their spiritual journey in Kali Yuga, engaging in selfless actions becomes a powerful tool to purify the mind and cultivate virtues such as compassion and kindness. In a world driven by materialism, selfless actions serve as a counterbalance, providing individuals with a practical means to uplift their consciousness. Conversely, for a seasoned yogi in Kali Yuga, inaction or contemplative meditation becomes a means to transcend the external chaos and connect with the inner self. The constant bombardment of distractions in the modern age makes the practice of stillness and internalization crucial for spiritual growth. Inaction, in this context, is not mere physical stillness but a state of profound inner tranquility achieved through meditative practices. Consider a person entering the path of yoga in the contemporary age. Initially, their spiritual journey may involve engaging in selfless activities, such as volunteering for social causes or practicing acts of kindness. These actions serve as a means to instill a sense of selflessness and compassion, acting as a catalyst for their spiritual growth. As this individual progresses on the yogic path and attains a level of proficiency, they may find that moments of contemplative meditation and inaction become essential. In a world filled with constant noise and distractions, the practice of inaction allows them to go beyond the externalities of life and delve into the depths of their inner consciousness. This example illustrates the dynamic nature of the yogic journey, adapting to the evolving needs and stages of the seeker. In Kali Yuga, where individuals are subjected to diverse challenges, the wisdom of this verse guides them on a personalized path, acknowledging the significance of both action and inaction in their spiritual evolution.
Bhagavad Gita 6.4. In the context of Kali Yuga, where the constant bombardment of sensory stimuli and materialistic desires is prevalent, this verse provides a profound insight into the path of true renunciation. The logical aspect of this verse in the contemporary age is a reflection on the challenges individuals face in maintaining detachment in a world full of distractions. The verse underscores the idea that true yoga is not just about physical postures or breath control, but, more importantly, about the state of the mind. In Kali Yuga, where the mind is easily swayed by the glitter of material pleasures, achieving a state of detachment from sense objects and actions becomes a formidable task. The verse serves as a guiding light, pointing towards the necessity of inner renunciation for genuine spiritual elevation. Consider a person living in the hustle and bustle of a modern city. This individual, amidst the constant stimuli of advertisements, social media, and the pursuit of success, decides to practice yoga. Initially, their practice may involve physical postures and breath control, but the true challenge lies in achieving mental renunciation. As this person advances in their yogic journey, they recognize the need to detach from the incessant desires for sensory pleasures and the outcomes of their actions. In the midst of a competitive workplace, the temptation to constantly compare oneself to others and the attachment to career advancements may be overwhelming. However, the individual, embodying the essence of this verse, consciously renounces these desires, finding contentment in the present moment. This example illustrates the contemporary relevance of the verse, emphasizing that true yoga in Kali Yuga involves not only physical practices but, more crucially, a mental state of renunciation. In a world where external distractions are ubiquitous, the wisdom of this verse provides a roadmap for individuals to navigate the complexities of the mind and attain true yogic elevation.
Bhagavad Gita 6.5. In the context of Kali Yuga, where individuals often grapple with external pressures and internal conflicts, this verse serves as a profound guide on the path of self-mastery. The logical aspect of this verse in the contemporary age is a reflection on the challenges individuals face in navigating the complexities of the mind. This verse encapsulates the essence of self-responsibility and the power of choice. In a world characterized by external influences, the verse reminds individuals that the mind is the ultimate arbiter of their destiny. It highlights the importance of cultivating self-awareness and exercising conscious control over the mind's tendencies. Consider a person in the modern age dealing with the pressures of social media, comparison culture, and the pursuit of external validation. This individual, embodying the wisdom of this verse, recognizes the power of the mind in shaping their self-perception. In moments of challenge, the person exercises self-discipline by consciously choosing to uplift themselves through positive affirmations, self-love, and acts of kindness, the disciplined mind becomes a friend, guiding them on the path of self-empowerment. Conversely, when faced with negative influences and self-doubt, the person recognizes the potential for the undisciplined mind to act as an internal adversary. In such moments, they employ mindfulness techniques, redirecting the mind towards constructive thoughts and actions. This example illustrates the contemporary relevance of the verse, emphasizing that self-elevation is not contingent on external circumstances, but is a result of conscious choices made by the mind. In Kali Yuga, where external influences can be overwhelming, the wisdom of this verse provides individuals with a timeless tool for navigating the intricate landscape of the mind and realizing their true potential. Bhagavad Gita 6.6. In the context of Kali Yuga, where external distractions and the incessant chatter of the mind pose significant challenges to spiritual growth, this verse provides a profound insight into the dynamics of self-mastery. The logical aspect of this verse in the contemporary age is a reflection on the internal struggles individuals face in controlling the mind. This verse acknowledges the profound impact of self-discipline on the mind's allegiance. It implies that when an individual succeeds in conquering the mind through conscious choices, virtuous living, and self-awareness, the mind becomes a friend, supporting their spiritual journey. Consider a person in the present age dealing with the constant bombardment of distractions, social pressures, and the pursuit of material success. This individual, embodying the wisdom of this verse, recognizes the pivotal role of self-discipline in their spiritual journey. When faced with temptations that could lead to negative consequences, such as excessive indulgence in material pleasures or harmful habits, the disciplined person triumphs over the mind's desires. The mind, under control, becomes a supportive ally, aiding them in maintaining focus on higher ideals and spiritual goals. Conversely, for an undisciplined individual who succumbs to the unrestrained mind, the same desires and distractions act as internal adversaries. The mind, left unchecked, becomes an obstacle to spiritual progress, leading to a perpetual struggle against the negative influences. This example illustrates the contemporary relevance of the verse, emphasizing that self-mastery is not an abstract concept, but a tangible practice that influences the mind's role as either a friend or a foe. In Kali Yuga, where external influences can be overpowering, the wisdom of this verse serves as a timeless guide for individuals striving to navigate the intricate landscape of the mind and attain true self-victory.
Bhagavad Gita 6.7. In the context of Kali Yuga, where individuals often grapple with the uncertainties and challenges of life, this verse provides profound guidance on maintaining inner balance. The logical aspect of this verse in the contemporary age is a reflection on the relevance of self-mastery in navigating the complexities of a rapidly changing world. This verse implies that true equanimity is not contingent on external circumstances, but is a result of conquering the mind and establishing a connection with the Supreme. In a world where individuals are constantly subjected to the dualities of pleasure and pain, success and failure, the wisdom of this verse offers a timeless solution for achieving resilience and inner peace. Consider a person in the present age facing the challenges of a competitive workplace, where success and failure are frequent companions. This individual, embodying the wisdom of this verse, has mastered the art of self-control and inner peace. In the face of external pressures and fluctuating circumstances, this person remains unwavering. Much like the Supreme Self described in the verse, whether receiving accolades or facing criticism, experiencing moments of joy or encountering hardships, the self-controlled individual maintains a balanced perspective, rooted in their connection with the divine. This example illustrates the contemporary relevance of the verse, emphasizing that true resilience is not about being unaffected by external events, but, more importantly, about maintaining inner tranquility despite the ebb and flow of life. In Kali Yuga, where external dualities can be overwhelming, the wisdom of this verse serves as a timeless guide for individuals striving to navigate the intricate balance between self-mastery and divine equilibrium.
Bhagavad Gita 6.8. In the context of Kali Yuga, where the pursuit of material wealth and sensory pleasures often dominates, this verse provides profound guidance on the path of inner contentment and self-realization. The logical aspect of this verse in the contemporary age is a reflection on the significance of transcending material distinctions for true happiness. The verse implies that true satisfaction comes from within, from the knowledge and wisdom derived from the self. In a world obsessed with material possessions and external validations, the wisdom of this verse offers a timeless solution for finding contentment independent of external circumstances. Consider a person in the modern age, surrounded by the lure of material wealth, status, and sensory pleasures. This individual, embodying the wisdom of this verse, has attained a state of inner satisfaction through self-realization. In the face of external temptations and societal expectations, the yogi remains undisturbed, having conquered the senses and found contentment in the knowledge and wisdom of the self. Whether presented with a clod of earth, a piece of stone, or gold, the yogi perceives the intrinsic equality in all objects, realizing that true happiness lies beyond external distinctions. This example illustrates the contemporary relevance of the verse, emphasizing that the pursuit of material wealth and sensory gratification, while valid in their place, cannot provide lasting contentment. In Kali Yuga, where external influences often dictate personal happiness, the wisdom of this verse serves as a timeless guide for individuals striving to find true fulfillment through self-realization and mastery over the senses.
Bhagavad Gita 6.9, in the context of Kali Yuga characterized by increasing social divisions, conflicts, and varying moral standards. This verse provides profound guidance on cultivating an impartial and equanimous mind. The logical aspect of this verse in the contemporary age is a reflection on the significance of transcending biases for harmonious living. The verse implies that true wisdom lies in treating everyone with the same mindset, irrespective of their relationships, moral character, or societal roles. In a world marked by polarization and judgment, the wisdom of this verse offers a timeless solution for fostering unity and understanding. Consider an individual in the present age navigating a diverse and interconnected world. This person, embodying the wisdom of this verse, approaches interactions with others, whether family, friends, strangers, or those with conflicting views, with an impartial and open mind. In conversations, this individual refrains from favoritism or prejudice based on social roles or personal preferences, whether interacting with well-wishers, friends, or even those deemed adversaries. The yogi maintains a balanced and equal intellect, recognizing the inherent divinity within each being. This example illustrates the contemporary relevance of the verse, emphasizing that true excellence lies in transcending biases and preconceived notions. In Kali Yuga, where societal divisions can be particularly pronounced, the wisdom of this verse serves as a timeless guide for individuals striving to foster unity, empathy, and understanding in their interactions with a diverse and interconnected world.
Bhagavad Gita 6.10. In the context of Kali Yuga, where distractions and worldly temptations abound, this verse provides profound guidance on the necessity of solitude and disciplined meditation. The logical aspect of this verse in the contemporary age is a reflection on the challenges of maintaining focus and inner peace in a fast-paced and externally driven world. The verse implies that true spiritual progress requires dedicated effort, often in seclusion, where the mind can be trained and controlled. In an era dominated by constant connectivity and external stimuli, the wisdom of this verse offers a timeless solution for individuals seeking inner harmony and self-realization. Consider an individual in the present age, surrounded by the constant noise of technology, social media, and external demands. This person, embodying the wisdom of this verse, recognizes the importance of carving out moments of solitude for focused meditation. In a quiet space, free from external distractions, the yogi dedicates time each day to disciplined meditation. Alone, with a controlled mind and body, the individual sets aside desires for constant external stimulation. This practice allows the yogi to delve into the depths of self-awareness, navigating the complexities of the external world with a calm and centered mind. This example illustrates the contemporary relevance of the verse, emphasizing the need for intentional moments of seclusion and focused meditation. In Kali Yuga, where external stimuli can easily overwhelm the mind, the wisdom of this verse serves as a timeless guide for individuals striving to maintain inner balance and cultivate a deeper connection with the self. Bhagavad Gita 6.11. In the context of Kali Yuga, where materialism often takes precedence, this verse provides profound guidance on the practical aspects of creating a conducive environment for meditation. The logical aspect of this verse in the contemporary age is a reflection on the challenges of maintaining focus and purity in a world filled with distractions. The verse implies that a clean and steady seat is not just a physical arrangement, but a metaphor for the state of the mind. In an era marked by information overload and constant external stimuli, the wisdom of this verse offers a timeless solution for individuals seeking inner tranquility amidst the chaos. Consider a modern yogi in Kali Yuga, navigating a world saturated with digital screens, noise, and constant connectivity. This individual, embodying the wisdom of this verse, recognizes the importance of creating a physical and mental space conducive to meditation. In a clean and clutter-free room, the yogi establishes a firm seat, neither too elevated nor too low, symbolizing a balanced approach to spiritual practice. The use of simple props like a cloth, skin, and kasha grass represents a deliberate choice for a minimalist and natural setting, detaching from the complexities of the modern world. This example illustrates the contemporary relevance of the verse, emphasizing the need for individuals to carve out spaces of simplicity and purity in their homes and minds. In Kali Yuga, where external distractions can easily overpower the desire for inner peace, the wisdom of this verse serves as a timeless guide for individuals striving to create environments that support their spiritual aspiration.
Bhagavad Gita 6.12. In the context of Kali Yuga, characterized by constant distractions and a relentless flow of information, this verse addresses the paramount importance of concentration and self-discipline in the pursuit of yoga. The logical aspect of this verse in the contemporary age is a reflection on the challenges of maintaining mental focus amid the incessant noise of the external world. The verse implies that a one-pointed mind is the key to successful yogic practice. In an era where attention spans are diminishing and external stimuli are abundant, the wisdom of this verse offers a timeless solution for individuals seeking inner purification and self-realization. Consider a modern individual in Kali Yuga surrounded by the constant buzz of technology, social media, and information overload. This person, embodying the wisdom of this verse, recognizes the need for mental concentration and self-discipline in their yoga practice. In a designated and serene space, the yogi strives to make the mind one-pointed, consciously regulating both the mind and senses. Despite the external distractions, the individual seated on the chosen seat engages in the practice of yoga, cultivating inner focus and clarity. This commitment to mental discipline becomes a powerful tool for navigating the challenges of the contemporary world. This example illustrates the contemporary relevance of the verse, emphasizing the transformative potential of concentration and self-discipline in the midst of a chaotic and fast-paced environment. In Kali Yuga, where distractions can easily divert individuals from their spiritual goals, the wisdom of this verse serves as a timeless guide for those seeking purification and self-discovery. Bhagavad Gita 6.13. In the context of Kali Yuga, where constant external stimuli and visual distractions are prevalent, this verse provides guidance on the physical and visual aspects of yogic practice. The logical aspect of this verse in the contemporary age is a reflection on the challenges of maintaining focus in an era dominated by screens and external influences. The verse implies that the yogi, amidst a world filled with visual distractions, should adopt a posture of physical stillness and direct their gaze inward. In an age where attention is often scattered across various digital platforms, The wisdom of this verse offers a timeless solution for individuals seeking inner concentration and self-awareness. Consider a modern yogi in Kali Yuga surrounded by smartphones, social media, and constant visual stimuli. This individual, embodying the wisdom of this verse, recognizes the need for physical stillness and focused vision in their yoga practice. In a quiet space, the yogi ensures a straight and unmoving posture, aligning the body, head, and neck. With the gaze directed at the tip of the nose, the individual cultivates inner concentration, avoiding the pull of external distractions. This intentional practice becomes a powerful antidote to the visual noise of the contemporary world. This example illustrates the contemporary relevance of the verse, emphasizing the transformative potential of physical stillness and focused vision in the midst of a visually saturated environment. In Kali Yuga, where the eyes are constantly bombarded with external stimuli, the wisdom of this verse serves as a timeless guide for those seeking to turn their gaze inward and find serenity within themselves.
Bhagavad Gita 6.14. In the context of Kali Yuga, this verse provides profound insights into the qualities required for a yogi navigating the challenges of the present age. The logical aspect of this verse is a reflection on the timeless principles that guide individuals towards spiritual progress despite the distractions and turmoil of Kali Yuga. The verse underscores the importance of cultivating a serene and fearless mindset, which is particularly relevant in an era characterized by uncertainty and anxiety. The commitment to celibacy is emphasized, offering a powerful tool for conserving vital energy and redirecting it towards spiritual pursuits. In a world where distraction and indulgence are rampant, the call to control the mind and focus on Lord Krishna serves as a beacon of clarity and purpose. Imagine a yogi in Kali Yuga facing the myriad challenges of a fast-paced and chaotic world. This individual, embodying the wisdom of this verse, exhibits a serene and fearless demeanor amid life's uncertainties. Committed to the vow of celibacy, the yogi channels their energy into spiritual practices, avoiding the pitfalls of worldly distractions. In the midst of a turbulent environment, the yogi practices unwavering control over the mind, dedicating every thought to meditation on Lord Krishna. This example illustrates how the timeless principles outlined in the verse provide a roadmap for individuals in Kali Yuga to navigate the complexities of life with grace, focus, and spiritual dedication. In essence, this verse stands as a timeless guide, offering solace and direction to those seeking spiritual fulfillment in the midst of the challenges posed by Kali Yuga. The qualities outlined in the verse serve as a foundation for a yogi's journey toward self-realization and union with the Supreme.
Bhagavad Gita 6.15 in the context of Kali Yuga. This verse offers a timeless prescription for navigating the challenges of the age. The logical aspect of this verse is grounded in the idea that continuous and disciplined engagement in yoga and devotion is the key to finding lasting peace and liberation, even in the tumultuous environment of Kali Yuga. The verse recognizes the tendency of the mind to wander and be influenced by the distractions prevalent in Kali Yuga. The logical solution presented is the consistent practice of yoga, maintaining a disciplined mind focused on the divine. In an era marked by rapid changes, materialism, and societal unrest, the verse encourages individuals to seek solace and liberation through unwavering devotion. Consider a yogi in Kali Yuga, surrounded by the constant noise and distractions of modern life. Despite the challenges, this yogi diligently practices yoga, keeping the mind absorbed in the divine. In the midst of chaos, the yogi maintains a disciplined mental state, engaging in continuous meditation on Lord Krishna. The example illustrates how, by following the principles outlined in this verse, the yogi finds inner peace that transcends the external turmoil of Kali Yuga. The sustained practice of yoga becomes a sanctuary, providing a refuge from the uncertainties of the world. The yogi's journey culminates in the supreme peace and liberation that come from being firmly established in devotion to the Supreme. In essence, this verse serves as a guiding light for individuals in Kali Yuga, offering a practical and timeless approach to attaining inner tranquility and liberation through unwavering devotion and continuous yogic practice.
Bhagavad Gita 6.16 in the context of Kali Yuga where lifestyles tend to be fast-paced and imbalanced. This verse serves as a timeless reminder of the importance of moderation. The logical aspect of this verse is rooted in the understanding that extremes, whether an excessive indulgence or severe deprivation, disrupt the equilibrium needed for effective yoga practice. In the contemporary context, individuals in Kali Yuga often grapple with hectic schedules, irregular eating habits, and disrupted sleep patterns. The verse offers practical advice, urging individuals to find a middle ground. Excessive indulgence in sensory pleasures or stringent asceticism can impede the yogic journey. Consider a modern yogi in Kali Yuga facing the challenges of a demanding work schedule. If this yogi excessively indulges in unhealthy eating habits or, conversely, adopts extreme fasting practices, it could adversely impact their physical and mental well-being. Similarly, irregular sleep patterns, either excessive or insufficient, could hinder their ability to focus during meditation. The example illustrates how the principles outlined in this verse are relevant in the contemporary world. By adopting a balanced lifestyle that includes moderate eating and sufficient restful sleep, the modern yogi can create conducive conditions for successful yoga practice. This balanced approach allows the individual to navigate the challenges of Kali Yuga while progressing on the path of yoga. In essence, this verse offers timeless wisdom, guiding individuals in Kali Yuga to cultivate a lifestyle of moderation, thus creating a harmonious foundation for their yogic endeavors.
Bhagavad Gita 6.17. In the context of Kali Yuga, this verse holds profound relevance as it addresses the challenges faced by individuals in the current age. Kali Yuga is characterized by a fast-paced lifestyle, imbalanced priorities, and a constant struggle for material success. The logical aspect of this verse lies in its timeless advice on moderation as a panacea for the prevalent issues of stress, anxiety, and discontent. The verse's emphasis on moderate eating resonates with the contemporary concern of unhealthy dietary habits leading to various physical and mental health issues. In an era dominated by processed foods and erratic eating patterns, adopting moderation in dietary choices becomes crucial for overall well-being. Furthermore, the recommendation for balanced recreation aligns with the modern tendency towards excessive screen time and digital distractions. The verse encourages individuals to engage in recreational activities in moderation, promoting a healthier balance between work and leisure. The call for moderation in work is particularly relevant in the Kali Yuga scenario, where the obsession with professional success often leads to burnout and stress-related ailments. The verse advises individuals to find a balance in their work commitments, fostering a conducive environment for spiritual growth. The guidance on balanced sleep and wakefulness addresses the prevalent issues of insomnia and sleep disorders in the current age. Excessive engagement with electronic devices and disrupted sleep patterns have become common, contributing to mental and emotional imbalances. The verse advocates for a regulated sleep routine, emphasizing its pivotal role in maintaining overall health. Consider a modern individual navigating the challenges of Kali Yuga. This person, caught in the whirlwind of a demanding job, irregular eating habits, and constant digital engagement, experiences heightened stress and a sense of dissatisfaction. The example illustrates how imbalances in eating, recreation, work, and sleep contribute to the individual's distress. Now, envision the same person embracing the principles outlined in this verse. By adopting a moderate approach to eating, focusing on balanced recreation, finding equilibrium in work commitments, and prioritizing a regulated sleep routine, the individual begins to experience a positive transformation. The moderation in daily activities becomes a powerful tool for alleviating stress and fostering a sense of well-being. In essence, this verse serves as a timeless guide for individuals in Kali Yuga, offering practical wisdom to navigate the complexities of modern life. By incorporating moderation into their lifestyle, individuals can mitigate the causes of suffering and embark on a transformative journey towards spiritual and emotional fulfillment. Bhagavad Gita 6.18. In the context of Kali Yuga, this verse addresses a prevalent challenge: the incessant craving for sensory pleasures in the modern world. The logical aspect of this verse lies in its timeless wisdom on the transformative power of self-control. In an age dominated by consumerism, instant gratification, and digital distractions, the guidance provided in this verse becomes exceedingly relevant. The verse implies that achieving a state of perfect control over the mind is the key to overcoming the pitfalls of material desires. In Kali Yuga, individuals are constantly bombarded with stimuli that trigger desires, leading to restlessness and dissatisfaction. The logical solution presented in the verse is for individuals to harness the power of self-discipline to curb these desires. The concept of the mind finding its abode in the eternal self is particularly crucial in the contemporary scenario. The modern world often encourages an outward focus, leading individuals to seek fulfillment in external sources. The verse suggests that true contentment is found within. By turning the mind towards the eternal self, transcending the ephemeral nature of material desires. Consider a person immersed in the fast-paced lifestyle of Kali Yuga, constantly bombarded by advertisements, social media, and the culture of instant gratification. This individual, initially driven by desires for material possessions and sensory pleasures, experiences a sense of emptiness and dissatisfaction despite acquiring them. Now, envision the same person implementing the principles outlined in this verse. Through self-discipline and the practice of yoga, the individual learns to restrain the mind from succumbing to every sensory craving. By redirecting the focus inward and finding contentment within, the person experiences a profound shift in perspective. The constant pursuit of external stimuli diminishes, replaced by a sense of inner peace and fulfillment. In essence, this verse serves as a guiding light for individuals navigating the challenges of Kali Yuga. It provides a practical roadmap to overcome the incessant desires that characterize the modern age. By cultivating self-control and directing the mind towards the eternal self, individuals can break free from the cycle of material craving, finding lasting contentment and unity with the divine.
Bhagavad Gita 6.19. In the context of Kali Yuga, this verse provides a profound insight into the importance of mental stability and focus, especially in an era marked by constant distractions and disruptions. The analogy of a lamp in a windless spot offers a timeless lesson on the necessity of cultivating inner calm amid external turbulence. The logical aspect of this verse becomes evident when applied to the challenges of modern life. In the digital age, individuals are bombarded with a constant stream of information, notifications, and stimuli, making it challenging to maintain concentration. The analogy encourages individuals to become like the lamp, undisturbed by the winds of external influences, and find a serene mental space. Moreover, the analogy resonates with the struggle for mindfulness in an age where attention spans are increasingly fragmented. Individuals often find it difficult to maintain focus, leading to stress and mental exhaustion. The verse suggests that, like the lamp undisturbed in a windless place, the yogi cultivates a disciplined mind capable of steady concentration, regardless of external circumstances. Consider a professional navigating the demands of a fast-paced corporate environment in Kali Yuga. The individual faces constant pressure, tight deadlines, and digital distractions that can easily disrupt focus. In this scenario, the analogy of the lamp becomes a powerful metaphor for maintaining mental equilibrium. Imagine this professional adopting the principles outlined in this verse. By cultivating a disciplined mind through practices such as meditation and mindfulness, the individual becomes like the lamp in a windless spot. External pressures may attempt to sway their focus, but the disciplined mind remains steady, unwavering in its commitment to the task at hand. In practical terms, this could involve incorporating brief meditation sessions into the daily routine or practicing mindfulness techniques to anchor the mind. Over time, the individual develops the ability to remain undisturbed by the winds of external influences, finding a calm center amidst the chaos of the modern world. In essence, this verse provides a timeless lesson for individuals striving for mental stability in the tumultuous environment of Kali Yuga. The analogy of the lamp serves as a guiding metaphor, encouraging the cultivation of a disciplined mind capable of unwavering focus, ultimately leading to inner peace and spiritual progress.
Bhagavad Gita 6.20. In the context of Kali Yuga, this verse holds profound relevance, providing insights into the pursuit of inner satisfaction and contentment. The verse emphasizes the pivotal role of disciplined yogic practices in achieving mental tranquility and self-realization. In the modern age, individuals often grapple with stress, anxiety, and a constant search for contentment. The fast-paced and demanding nature of contemporary life can lead to a sense of dissatisfaction. This verse offers a solution by highlighting the transformative power of yoga in bringing peace to the restless mind. The logical aspect of this verse becomes apparent when applied to the prevalent challenges of discontent and mental unrest in Kali Yuga. The verse suggests that the path to inner satisfaction involves not external acquisitions, but the internal journey of self-discovery through yoga. Consider a person navigating the complexities of a highly competitive and materialistic society. In Kali Yuga, the external pursuit of success, wealth, and recognition often leaves individuals feeling unfulfilled and discontented. Applying the principles of this verse, a transformation can occur through the practice of yoga. Imagine this individual incorporating regular yogic practices into their routine, such as meditation, asanas, and mindfulness. As the mind becomes restrained and experiences tranquility through yoga, the person starts to witness a shift in their perspective. Instead of seeking satisfaction in external accomplishments, they turn inward to behold the true self. The practice of yoga, in this scenario, becomes a powerful tool for self-discovery and inner contentment. The person begins to realize that genuine satisfaction arises not from external achievements, but from recognizing the divine essence within. The restrained mind, cultivated through yoga, enables them to experience joy and tranquility independent of external circumstances. In essence, this verse provides a timeless lesson for individuals in Kali Yuga, guiding them toward a path of lasting satisfaction. The verse encourages the integration of yoga as a means to find contentment within, fostering a shift from external pursuits to the realization of the self as a source of true joy and fulfillment.
Bhagavad Gita 6.21 in the context of Kali Yuga. This verse addresses the pursuit of true happiness and contentment, which often eludes individuals in the modern era. The verse speaks to the essence of joy that goes beyond sensory pleasures, providing a profound solution to the pervasive dissatisfaction experienced in contemporary society. The logical aspect of this verse becomes evident when considering the prevalent challenges in Kali Yuga, where individuals often seek happiness through external, sensory-driven means. The verse emphasizes that the ultimate happiness lies in a state of bliss that transcends the senses and can only be apprehended by a purified intellect. Consider an individual caught in the hustle and bustle of the digital age, constantly seeking pleasure and happiness through sensory stimuli, whether it be social media, entertainment, or material acquisitions. In this scenario, the pursuit of sensory-driven happiness often leads to temporary gratification but leaves an underlying sense of discontent. Applying the principles of this verse, imagine this individual adopting yogic practices focused on calming the mind, turning inward, and transcending sensory experiences. Through disciplined meditation and self-realization, the person begins to tap into a profound, infinite bliss that goes beyond the ephemeral pleasures of the external world. In this transformed state, the individual experiences joy that is not dependent on external circumstances or sensory stimuli. The purified intellect grasps the nature of this boundless happiness, leading to a lasting sense of contentment. The person, having established themselves in this state, becomes immune to the fluctuations of the external world and remains connected to the eternal truth. In essence, this verse offers a timeless solution to the contemporary quest for happiness, encouraging individuals in Kali Yuga to look beyond sensory indulgence and discover the infinite bliss that resides within, accessible through the path of yoga and self-realization. Bhagavad Gita 6.22 in the context of Kali Yuga. This verse addresses the pervasive quest for fulfillment and contentment in a world marked by constant change and challenges. This verse provides a profound solution to the contemporary human experience, where individuals often seek satisfaction through external acquisitions and transient pleasures. The logical aspect of this verse becomes evident when considering the prevalent mindset in Kali Yuga, where people are continually in pursuit of material gains, success, and sensory pleasures to find happiness. However, these external pursuits often lead to temporary gratification and are susceptible to the uncertain and challenges of life. Imagine a person in the modern world who, driven by societal expectations, strives for material success, wealth, and sensory pleasures, assuming that these external gains will bring lasting contentment. Despite achieving certain milestones, they may find that the elation from these accomplishments is fleeting, and challenges or sorrows continue to arise. Applying the principles of this verse, consider the transformation of this individual when they embark on a spiritual journey and discover profound inner fulfillment through yogic practices. As the person delves into meditation, self-realization, and the understanding of the eternal truth, they attain a state where no external gain is deemed superior. In this state of spiritual realization, the individual becomes resilient to the fluctuations of external circumstances, remaining steadfast even in the face of significant sorrows. The yogi realizes that the ultimate gain lies within, and once established in this understanding, external challenges no longer shake their core. This verse, therefore, offers a timeless and relevant message to individuals in Kali Yuga, encouraging them to explore the path of inner transformation and spiritual realization as a means to find lasting contentment beyond the transient gains of the external world.
Bhagavad Gita 6.3. In the context of Kali Yuga, where individuals often grapple with various forms of suffering and stress, this verse introduces the term yoga as a solution for disassociating oneself from the entanglements of pain. This verse becomes highly relevant in a world characterized by increasing materialism, constant change, and a heightened sense of anxiety. The logical aspect of this verse aligns with the contemporary human experience, where people seek ways to navigate and alleviate the challenges and suffering inherent in life. In Kali Yuga, individuals may find themselves entangled in the pursuit of temporary pleasures and external validations, leading to heightened stress and unhappiness. Consider a modern scenario where an individual, overwhelmed by the complexities and challenges of life, is earnestly seeking a means to alleviate stress and attain inner peace. This person, having tried various external avenues for happiness, turns to the practice of yoga as a transformative solution. In the application of this verse, the individual recognizes yoga not merely as physical postures, but as a comprehensive approach to disassociate from the union with suffering. Through the consistent practice of yoga, involving physical postures, breath control, and meditation, the person experiences a gradual detachment from the entanglements of stress and pain. The term yoga becomes synonymous with a systematic approach to mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. With a determined and undisturbed mind, the individual engages in the practice of yoga, leading to a gradual severance from the association with suffering. This transformative journey empowers the individual to navigate the challenges of Kali Yuga with resilience and a sense of inner peace. In essence, this verse serves as a timeless guide for individuals in Kali Yuga, offering a practical solution to alleviate suffering through the systematic practice of yoga, fostering mental clarity, and promoting an unwavering mind in the face of life's challenges.
Bhagavad Gita 6.24. In the contemporary context of Kali Yuga, characterized by incessant distractions and the relentless pursuit of material desires, this verse becomes particularly relevant. The verse underscores the need for individuals to consciously renounce desires born out of incessant thoughts and imaginations, which often lead to restlessness and discontent. In Kali Yuga, where the mind is bombarded with stimuli from various sources, the uncontrolled proliferation of desires can become a major source of mental turmoil. The logical aspect of this verse lies in its guidance on the path of self-discipline, advocating the renunciation of desires rooted in the unchecked flow of thoughts and imaginations. Consider a modern scenario where an individual, constantly exposed to advertising, social media, and societal expectations, finds themselves entangled in a web of desires. These desires, fueled by the constant barrage of information and imagery, led to a state of perpetual dissatisfaction and restlessness. Applying this verse, the individual recognizes the need to consciously renounce desires originating from uncontrolled thoughts and imaginations. Through a deliberate practice of mindfulness and self-discipline, they begin to restrain the senses from being swayed by external influences, This may involve minimizing exposure to unnecessary stimuli, engaging in meditative practices, and fostering a discerning mind. The verse's significance lies in its ability to guide individuals in Kali Yuga towards reclaiming control over their mental faculties. By relinquishing desires rooted in unbridled thoughts and images, individuals can experience a sense of inner calm and contentment, fostering a more balanced and focused life. In essence, this verse serves as a timeless prescription for navigating the challenges of Kali Yuga by advocating the conscious renunciation of desires originating from unchecked thoughts and imaginations, leading to a disciplined and contented mind.
Bhagavad Gita 6.5. In the context of Kali Yuga, where individuals often grapple with information overload, constant distractions, and a fast-paced lifestyle, this verse offers practical wisdom. The logical aspect lies in its prescription for gradual self-discipline to achieve mental steadiness. In an era characterized by instant gratification and constant stimuli, the verse guides individuals to cultivate patience and persistence in their spiritual practices. The verse recognizes that the mind, accustomed to multitasking and rapid shifts in focus, needs a gradual and consistent approach to achieve peace. The emphasis on using the intellect and determination aligns with the need for individuals in Kali Yuga to make conscious choices and prioritize spiritual well-being. Consider a person in the modern world dealing with the pressures of a hectic lifestyle, constant connectivity, and the demands of a competitive environment. Applying this verse, the individual decides to adopt a step-by-step approach to achieve mental peace. They gradually introduce mindfulness practices, meditation, and periods of solitude into their routine. By using their intellect, the person recognizes the need for a balanced and disciplined approach to mental well-being. They hold on to the resolve to follow these practices, allowing the mind to slowly establish itself in the self. In doing so, the individual experiences a reduction in stress, improved focus, and a sense of inner calm. The verse's significance lies in its relevance to the challenges of Kali Yuga, providing guidance on how individuals can navigate the complexities of the modern world while gradually attaining mental steadiness through determined and thoughtful efforts. Bhagavad Gita 6.26. In the contemporary context of Kali Yuga, characterized by constant external stimuli, information overload, and distractions, this verse addresses the prevalent challenge of a wandering and unsteady mind. The logical aspect lies in recognizing that the mind, when left uncontrolled, tends to wander due to external influences such as social media, incessant notifications, and worldly distractions. The verse provides a practical solution by advising individuals to consciously bring the wandering mind under control. In the age of technology and rapid communication, where the mind is often pulled in multiple directions, the verse advocates self-discipline. By redirecting the mind's focus towards the Supreme Self, individuals can counteract the negative impact of external influences and cultivate inner tranquility. Consider a person navigating the challenges of the digital age, where smartphones, social media, and constant connectivity contribute to a restless and wandering mind. Applying this verse, the individual becomes aware of the detrimental impact of external influences on their mental state. Whenever the mind starts to wander due to notifications, online distractions, or worldly concerns, the person consciously restrains it. They redirect their focus to spiritual practices, such as meditation, prayer, or mindfulness, connecting with the Supreme Self. Over time, this disciplined approach allows the individual to maintain mental steadiness amidst external chaos. The verse's significance lies in its applicability to the contemporary struggle with a restless mind, offering practical guidance on how individuals can regain control and find solace in the midst of external disturbances.
Bhagavad Gita 6.7. In the context of Kali Yuga, this verse addresses the prevalent challenge of mental unrest driven by the rapid pace of life, constant stimulation, and material pursuits. The logical aspect of this verse lies in recognizing that true happiness is found in inner peace, a concept often overlooked in the hustle and bustle of modern life. Kali Yuga is characterized by a heightened focus on external pleasures, materialism, and a constant pursuit of sensory gratification. In this age, individuals are bombarded with information, distractions, and a culture that often promotes instant gratification. The verse becomes especially relevant as it suggests that the highest bliss is not found in external achievements but in the internal state of tranquility. Consider a person caught in the chaotic lifestyle of Kali Yuga, constantly seeking happiness through external accomplishments, wealth, and sensory pleasures. Applying this verse, the individual begins to recognize that the highest bliss is not derived from these external pursuits. The person starts practicing mindfulness, meditation, and other yogic techniques to calm the mind. Gradually, as they subdue their passions and focus on inner peace, they experience a profound sense of joy that transcends material pleasures. In this example, the verse becomes a guiding principle for finding true happiness in a world obsessed with external success. The significance of this verse in the context of Kali Yuga lies in its timeless wisdom, offering a pathway to lasting happiness by directing individuals toward the internal journey of self-discovery and tranquility.
Bhagavad Gita 6.8 in the context of Kali Yuga, where individuals grapple with increasing distractions, moral dilemmas, and the pursuit of momentary pleasures, this verse provides a profound solution. The logical aspect lies in understanding that a sustained connection with the divine through yoga leads to freedom from sins and unceasing joy. Kali Yuga is marked by a decline in righteousness, and individuals often find themselves entangled in the complexities of material existence. This verse serves as a beacon of hope, suggesting that even in the midst of the challenges of the current age, the practice of yoga can elevate one beyond sin and bring enduring happiness. Consider an individual navigating the ethical challenges of the modern world, where moral values are sometimes compromised for personal gain. Applying this verse, the person embraces a disciplined yogic lifestyle, fostering a continuous connection with the divine. As a result, the individual experiences a transformation, gradually freeing themselves from the entanglements of sin and finding genuine happiness in the spiritual realm. This verse becomes a guiding principle for those seeking an enduring source of joy and moral clarity amid the complexities of Kali Yuga. The significance of this verse in the context of Kali Yuga lies in its timeless guidance, offering a pathway for individuals to rise above moral dilemmas and experience unblemished happiness through the practice of yoga. Bhagavad Gita 6.29 in the context of Kali Yuga, where divisions, conflicts, and a sense of separateness prevail, this verse becomes profoundly relevant. This verse speaks to the yearning for a unifying vision in a world marked by diversity and discord. The logical aspect lies in understanding that yoga, as a transformative discipline, can lead individuals to recognize the divine essence in all beings, fostering unity and equality. Kali Yuga is characterized by a decline in virtue and an increase in divisive tendencies. In such a scenario, the practice of yoga becomes a potent tool for individuals seeking to rise above prejudices and see the interconnectedness of all life. This verse becomes a guiding light for those striving to cultivate a broad and inclusive perspective in the face of societal challenges. Consider a person living in the tumultuous environment of Kali Yuga, where social, cultural, and religious differences often lead to strife and disharmony. Through dedicated practice of yoga, this individual undergoes a transformation, realizing the divine presence within themselves and recognizing it in others. As a result, the person develops an equal vision, appreciating the shared spiritual essence that transcends external differences. This yogi becomes an embodiment of unity, fostering understanding and compassion amid the diversity of opinions and backgrounds. The significance of this verse is exemplified in the yogi's ability to contribute positively to a fragmented society, inspiring others to embrace a broader perspective. The verse offers a timeless message, urging individuals in Kali Yuga to turn to yoga for personal and societal transformation, fostering a spirit of unity and interconnectedness in the face of diversity. Bhagavad Gita 6.30 in the context of Kali Yuga, where individuals often feel disconnected and alienated, this verse presents a profound solution. The logical aspect lies in understanding that the practice of yoga, leading to the perception of the divine everywhere, can bridge the perceived gap between the individual and the supreme. Kali Yuga is marked by a sense of spiritual decline, and many individuals feel disconnected from higher realities. This verse offers a transformative perspective, suggesting that through the vision of divine omnipresence, one can establish an unbreakable connection with the Supreme. It provides hope and a path to spiritual reconnection in an age characterized by spiritual forgetfulness. Imagine a person navigating the challenges of Kali Yuga, feeling lost in the complexities of life and disconnected from higher spiritual truths. Through the practice of yoga and the realization that the divine is present everywhere, this individual undergoes a profound shift in perception. As a result, the person not only discovers a sense of purpose and meaning in every aspect of life, but also experiences a deep and unbroken connection with the divine. The significance of this verse is exemplified in the individual's newfound sense of spiritual closeness, providing solace and guidance in the midst of the chaos of Kali Yuga. The verse becomes a beacon of hope, encouraging individuals in Kali Yuga to turn inward through yoga and recognize the omnipresence of the divine, ensuring an eternal connection that transcends the challenges of the age.
Bhagavad Gita 6.31. In the context of Kali Yuga, this verse provides profound guidance for individuals seeking spiritual connection in an age marked by fragmentation and discord. The logical aspect lies in understanding that the practice of unity in worship, recognizing the divine in all beings, can transcend the challenges of Kali Yuga and foster a sense of oneness. Kali Yuga is characterized by a decline in righteousness, and individuals may find themselves caught in a web of divisiveness and materialism. This verse offers a solution by highlighting the transformative power of worshipping the Supreme with a unified consciousness. In an age where differences and conflicts are prevalent, the verse encourages a shift in perspective towards recognizing the divine presence in all. Consider an individual navigating the complexities of Kali Yuga, facing challenges in interpersonal relationships and societal discord. Through the practice of yoga and the application of this verse, the person starts to see the divine essence in every being, irrespective of differences. This transformative shift leads to a change in behavior, as the individual begins to treat others with love and respect, acknowledging the unity of all existence. The significance of this verse is exemplified in the person's newfound sense of harmony and interconnectedness with the Supreme. Breaking through the divisive tendencies of Kali Yuga, the verse becomes a guiding light, inspiring individuals in Kali Yuga to adopt a yogic approach of worshipping the divine with a unified consciousness. In doing so, they establish a deep and unbreakable connection with the Supreme, fostering harmony and oneness in the midst of the challenges of the age.
Bhagavad Gita 6.32. In the context of Kali Yuga, this verse holds profound relevance as it addresses the human struggle with pleasure and pain, which is particularly pronounced in this age. Kali Yuga is characterized by a prevalence of dualities, where individuals experience extreme highs and lows, often leading to emotional turbulence. The logical aspect of this verse lies in its prescription for maintaining equanimity in the face of dualities. In an age marked by rapid changes, materialism, and societal upheavals, individuals are susceptible to being swayed by the fluctuations of pleasure and pain. This verse provides a timeless solution, encouraging a yogic perspective of seeing the self in all experiences. Consider an individual navigating the challenges of Kali Yuga faced with the dualities of success and failure, happiness and sorrow. Applying the wisdom of this verse, the person cultivates the ability to see the self in every situation. In times of joy, there is a recognition that the source of happiness is not external but rooted in the divine essence within. Similarly, in moments of sorrow, the individual finds solace in the understanding that the divine self remains untouched by external circumstances. This yogic perspective transforms the person's approach to pleasure and pain, fostering resilience and inner peace despite the challenges of Kali Yuga. The significance of this verse is exemplified in the individual's capacity to maintain equipoise transcending the tumultuous nature of the age. By seeing the self in all experiences, the person becomes a beacon of stability and wisdom, offering inspiration to others grappling with the dualities of Kali Yuga. Bhagavad Gita 6.33. In the context of Kali Yuga, this verse resonates deeply with the challenges faced by individuals in maintaining mental equanimity. The age of Kali is characterized by an increase in restlessness, distractions, and a general decline in mental focus. Arjuna's predicament mirrors the struggles of individuals in Kali Yuga, where the mind is easily swayed by external influences, hindering the application of spiritual teachings. The logical aspect lies in the acknowledgement of the inherent difficulties in steadying the mind, especially in an era marked by information overload, constant stimuli, and a fast-paced lifestyle. Arjuna's dilemma reflects the common predicament of individuals in Kali Yuga, questioning the practicality of achieving mental steadiness amid the chaos of modern life. Imagine a person in Kali Yuga juggling multiple responsibilities, bombarded with incessant information from various sources, and facing the constant demands of a fast-paced lifestyle. This individual, like Arjuna, may express doubt about the feasibility of maintaining mental equanimity in the midst of such chaos. The significance of this verse becomes apparent when considering the real-life challenges of staying focused, calm, and centered in an environment that promotes restlessness. Arjuna's concerns echo the sentiments of many in Kali Yuga, who grapple with the distractions and pressures of contemporary living. Kukwa's subsequent guidance to Arjuna will provide timeless solutions applicable to individuals. Navigating the complexities of Kali Yuga, the verse serves as a poignant reflection of the struggles faced by modern seekers on the path of spiritual growth, emphasizing the need for practical wisdom to overcome the restlessness of the mind.
Bhagavad Gita 6.34. In the context of Kali Yuga, this verse resonates profoundly with the prevalent challenges of controlling the mind. Arjuna's analogy of the mind to the wind reflects the common experience of individuals in Kali Yuga, where distractions, temptations, and the relentless pace of life contribute to the restlessness of the mind. The logical aspect lies in the acknowledgement of the formidable nature of the mind, which often seems as difficult to control as the unpredictable and uncontrollable nature of the wind. Arjuna's expression of the mind's turbulence reflects the struggles faced by individuals in Kali Yuga, where external influences and sensory stimuli constantly threaten mental peace. Consider a person in Kali Yuga grappling with the challenges of modern life, constant connectivity through technology, information overload, and societal pressures. Arjuna's comparison of the mind to the wind becomes an apt metaphor for the difficulties encountered in maintaining focus and mental composure amid the whirlwind of contemporary existence. The significance of this verse becomes evident when contemplating the real-life scenario of individuals finding it challenging to rein in the mind's restlessness. Arjuna's admission serves as a relatable reflection of the struggles faced by those seeking inner peace in the midst of a chaotic and fast-paced world. Kukwa's subsequent teachings will offer profound insights and practical strategies to address Arjuna's concerns, providing guidance that remains relevant for individuals navigating the complexities of the mind. In Kali Yuga, Bhagavad Gita 6.35. In the context of Kali Yuga, where distractions and mental agitation are pervasive, this verse holds immense relevance. Lord Kukwa's acknowledgement of the mind's inherent restlessness resonates with the common experiences of individuals facing challenges in concentration and inner peace. The logical aspect lies in the practical advice offered by Lord Kukwa. He emphasizes the dual approach of practice and detachment as effective means to control the mind. In the contemporary context, individuals can relate to the difficulty of managing a mind constantly bombarded with information and stimuli. Lord Kukwa's guidance serves as a timeless solution for anyone seeking mental tranquility in the midst of the digital age. Consider a person in Kali Yuga navigating the demands of a fast-paced and technologically driven environment. Lord Kukwa's words become a beacon of wisdom for this individual striving to control the restless mind. The example could be someone trying to concentrate on a task amidst a barrage of notifications, emails, and external pressures. The practice abhyasa involves cultivating habits that promote focus, such as mindfulness exercises or structured work routines. Simultaneously, detachment viraja implies maintaining a sense of inner calm, irrespective of external stimuli. Applying Lord Kuka's guidance helps the individual create a mental sanctuary amid the chaos, fostering resilience against the challenges of the contemporary world. Bhagavad Gita 6.36. In the context of Kali Yuga, characterized by a multitude of distractions and a fast-paced lifestyle, this verse remains profoundly relevant. The logical aspect lies in Lord Kuka's realistic acknowledgement of the challenges individuals face in achieving yoga when their minds are unbridled. In the contemporary era, people are often overwhelmed by external stimuli, leading to scattered attention and uncontrolled minds. Lord Kuka's guidance serves as a practical reminder that a disciplined and controlled mind is the foundation for success in any spiritual endeavor, especially yoga. The logical implication is that without self-discipline, individuals may find it difficult to navigate the complexities of modern life and attain the profound insights offered by yogic practices. Consider an individual in Kali Yuga attempting to incorporate yogic practices into their daily routine. Someone with an uncontrolled mind, constantly distracted by social media, work pressures, and personal obligations, may find it challenging to establish a consistent yoga practice. On the contrary, an individual who actively works on disciplining their mind, setting boundaries with technology, practicing mindfulness, and cultivating self-control is more likely to succeed in integrating yoga into their lifestyle. Lord Kuka's guidance becomes evident in the example, emphasizing the transformative power of self-discipline on the path of yoga. Bhagavad Gita 6.37. In the context of Kali Yuga, where attention spans are shorter and distractions are abundant, this verse resonates with the challenges faced by individuals on the spiritual path. The logical aspect lies in Arjuna's concern about the fate of someone with faith but inconsistent self-control, a scenario highly relevant in the present age. In the fast-paced and digitally dominated era of Kali Yuga, individuals may find it challenging to maintain focus and discipline in their spiritual practices. Arjuna's question reflects the struggle of many in the contemporary world, where external stimuli and constant connectivity can lead to a wandering mind, hindering progress on the spiritual journey. Consider a person in Kali Yuga who sincerely begins a yogic practice with genuine faith, but faces challenges in maintaining consistency. The individual might struggle to resist the pull of distractions, such as social media, work pressures, or personal responsibilities. Despite having faith, the lack of a disciplined approach leads to fluctuations in their commitment to yogic practices. Arjuna's question serves as a poignant reflection of this situation. The example illustrates the consequences of a wavering mind on the individual's spiritual progress. The person may experience a sense of stagnation and, without consistent effort, might fail to attain the higher stages of yogic realization. This verse, therefore, serves as a timely reminder for individuals in Kali Yuga to recognize the importance of disciplined, consistent practice on the spiritual path, ensuring that faith is accompanied by unwavering commitment.
Bhagavad Gita 6.38. In the context of Kali Yuga, this verse addresses the prevalent challenges of distractions, lack of determination, and wavering commitment on the spiritual journey. The logical aspect is evident in Arjuna's concern about the fate of an individual who embarks on the path of God realization, but, like a cloud without support, deviates and loses direction. In Kali Yuga, characterized by increased materialism and a plethora of distractions, individuals often initiate spiritual practices but may struggle to maintain consistency. Arjuna's question reflects the reality of many in the present age, where the absence of a firm spiritual foundation and the allure of worldly distractions can lead to a veering off the spiritual path. Consider a person in Kali Yuga who, inspired by spiritual teachings, begins the journey toward God realization. However, due to the challenges of modern life, such as constant connectivity, material pursuits, and societal pressures, the individual finds it difficult to sustain the initial enthusiasm. The person becomes like a cloud without support, losing direction on the path. This example illustrates the significance of this verse in the context of Kali Yuga. The consequences of wavering commitment and distractions are akin to a cloud dissipating without support. The person may experience a sense of spiritual loss, lacking the necessary foundation to navigate the challenges on the path of God realization. The verse serves as a reminder for individuals in Kali Yuga to cultivate unwavering determination, establish a strong spiritual foundation, and guard against distractions that may lead them astray from the path of God realization.
Bhagavad Gita 6.39. In the context of Kali Yuga, this verse holds relevance as it reflects the universal human experience of grappling with doubts and seeking profound answers. Arjuna's plea represents the innate human tendency to turn to a higher authority, especially in times of spiritual confusion and uncertainty. In the current age characterized by skepticism and diverse philosophical perspectives, individuals often face profound doubts about the purpose of life, the nature of existence, and the path to spiritual fulfillment. Arjuna's request mirrors the common human desire for comprehensive answers to these existential questions. Consider a spiritual seeker in Kali Yuga earnestly grappling with profound doubts about the ultimate purpose of life and the nature of the self. In a world inundated with diverse ideologies and conflicting perspectives, the seeker turns to a realized spiritual guide, much like Arjuna turns to Krishna, seeking comprehensive answers. This example illustrates the significance of this verse in the context of Kali Yuga. The sincere plea to dispel all doubts reflects the universal human quest for clarity in the face of spiritual uncertainty. It underscores the relevance of seeking guidance from a higher, enlightened source to navigate the complexities of spiritual inquiry in the current age. The verse encourages individuals in Kali Yuga to recognize the limitations of worldly knowledge and humbly approach the supreme or realized spiritual guide for comprehensive answers to profound doubts about life, existence, and the path to self-realization. Bhagavad Gita 6.40. In the context of Kali Yuga, this verse offers a profound reassurance for individuals navigating the complexities of life. The verse conveys a timeless truth that transcends the boundaries of any particular age. In the current age characterized by moral ambiguity and spiritual challenges, this verse provides solace to those dedicated to virtuous living. The logical aspect lies in the understanding that individuals sincerely striving for spiritual growth, righteousness, and selflessness need not fear destruction. In the face of moral dilemmas, ethical challenges, and uncertainties prevalent in Kali Yuga, this verse serves as a guiding light, assuring that the path of righteousness leads to divine protection and eternal security. Consider a person in Kali Yuga dedicated to a life of compassion, service, and spiritual practice. Despite facing challenges, uncertainties, and moral dilemmas, this individual persists in doing good to others, upholding righteousness, and seeking spiritual upliftment. The example illustrates the significance of this verse in the context of Kali Yuga. In the face of the moral complexities and challenges of the current age, the assurance that such a person will never face destruction provides profound encouragement. It motivates individuals to continue on the path of righteousness, knowing that their efforts are divinely protected. This verse becomes a source of inspiration for individuals navigating the complexities of Kali Yuga, instilling confidence in the transformative power of virtuous actions and the divine assurance of eternal security for those committed to the path of righteousness. Bhagavad Gita 6.41. In the context of Kali Yuga, this verse addresses the concept of continuity in spiritual evolution, emphasizing divine justice and compassion. In an age marked by moral degradation and spiritual challenges, individuals may encounter obstacles on their yogic path. This verse provides hope by suggesting that the accumulated merit from past efforts ensures a favorable birth for further spiritual endeavors. The logical aspect lies in the acknowledgement that spiritual progress is a continuous journey across lifetimes. Even if a person faces setbacks or distractions, the merits earned through virtuous deeds act as a guiding force, steering them toward a supportive environment in their next birth. This aligns with the broader understanding of karma and the cyclical nature of life. Consider an individual in Kali Yuga who, despite sincere efforts in yoga, encounters obstacles and deviates from the path due to unforeseen circumstances. The merit accumulated from their yogic practices, however, ensure a birth in a family that is pure, prosperous, and supportive of spiritual pursuits. This example illustrates the significance of this verse in the context of Kali Yuga. It offers encouragement to individuals facing challenges on their spiritual journey, assuring them that divine justice ensures a favorable environment in subsequent lives. This verse becomes a source of optimism and motivation for those navigating the complexities of spiritual growth in the current age.
Bhagavad Gita 6.42. In the context of Kali Yuga, this verse addresses the rarity of being born into a family of enlightened yogs. This verse reflects the understanding that the spiritual environment in one's family plays a crucial role in shaping one's consciousness. In the current age, where materialism and distractions are prevalent, being born into a family with a strong spiritual foundation is indeed a rare occurrence. The logical aspect lies in the acknowledgement that the influence of the family and upbringing significantly impacts an individual's spiritual journey. In Kali Yuga, where the challenges to spiritual practice are abundant, the verse suggests that being born into a family of wise yogs provides a distinct advantage. The environment of such a family naturally nurtures and supports the development of spiritual qualities from an early age. Consider a person born into a family where the elders are well-versed in yogic principles, meditation, and a life dedicated to spiritual pursuits. This individual, due to the spiritual atmosphere at home, naturally imbibes these values and grows up with a deep understanding of the importance of self-realization. This example illustrates the significance of this verse in the context of Kali Yuga. In an age dominated by materialism and worldly distractions, being born into a family that values and practices yogic principles is like having a guiding light. From the very beginning, the individual, exposed to such an environment, is more likely to continue and excel in their spiritual journey, contributing to the preservation of spiritual wisdom in the family lineage. In conclusion, this verse serves as a reminder of the importance of the family environment in shaping one's spiritual path, particularly in the challenging times of Kali Yuga.
Bhagavad Gita 6.43. In the context of Kali Yuga, this verse addresses the continuity of spiritual pursuits across lifetimes. The logical aspect lies in recognizing the profound impact of past life impressions on an individual's current spiritual journey. In an age marked by spiritual forgetfulness and distractions, the remembrance of past life wisdom becomes a crucial factor in rekindling the flame of spiritual aspiration. This verse suggests that individuals in Kali Yuga may have latent spiritual impressions from past lives. These impressions act as a reservoir of wisdom, guiding the soul toward higher spiritual goals. The logical inference is that, even in challenging times, the seeds of spiritual wisdom sown in previous existences can sprout and flourish with conscious effort. Consider a person in Kali Yuga who, from a young age, exhibits an inexplicable interest in spiritual matters. As they grow older, this interest intensifies, leading them to explore various spiritual practices. Suddenly, they find themselves drawn to the teachings of a particular spiritual tradition that resonates deeply with them. In this example, this verse elucidates the logical aspect of the individual's journey. The inexplicable interest and resonance with specific teachings may be attributed to past life impressions. The retrieval of spiritual knowledge from previous existences becomes evident as the person strives for perfection, building on the foundation laid across lifetimes. This verse serves as a reminder of the intricate connection between past life impressions and the present pursuit of spiritual perfection. In the context of Kali Yuga, where spiritual amnesia is prevalent, the recollection of past life wisdom becomes a powerful catalyst for individuals striving for self-realization. The logical coherence lies in understanding the profound influence of accumulated spiritual experiences on the current journey toward higher consciousness.
Bhagavad Gita 6.44. In the context of Kali Yuga, where distractions and materialism prevail, this verse holds significant relevance. The logical aspect lies in understanding the subconscious influence of past spiritual practices on an individual's current inclinations. In an era marked by a surge in material pursuits, This verse suggests that past efforts in yoga can act as an anchor, guiding individuals back to the path of spiritual inquiry. This verse resonates with the challenges of Kali Yuga, where spiritual values may be overshadowed by worldly distractions. It implies that, despite external influences, the sincere seeker, driven by past practice, will involuntarily gravitate towards spiritual disciplines. Consider an individual born in Kali Yuga, surrounded by a materialistic environment. Despite growing up in a society dominated by sensory indulgence, this person suddenly develops a keen interest in meditation and yoga. They find themselves inexplicably drawn to ancient spiritual texts and practices, seemingly against the prevailing cultural currents. In this example, this verse elucidates the logical aspect of the individual's journey. The subconscious influence of past spiritual practices becomes evident as the person, driven by an inner force, delves into yoga. The verse implies that, even in the face of contemporary distractions, the aspirant's past efforts create an unwavering connection to the spiritual path. This verse highlights the irresistible pull of past spiritual practices, guiding individuals toward yoga, even when surrounded by materialistic influences. In the context of Kali Yuga, where spiritual inquiry may be challenging, this verse emphasizes the enduring impact of sincere past efforts on the present journey of self-realization.
Bhagavad Gita 6.45, in the context of Kali Yuga, characterized by a rapid pace of life and myriad distractions. This verse offers a logical perspective on spiritual progression. It underscores the importance of continuous effort and gradual purification for spiritual seekers. In the present age, the verse implies that, even amidst the challenges of Kali Yuga, sincere and persistent practice can lead to the highest spiritual attainment. Consider an individual born in Kali Yuga, where materialism and distractions abound. Despite the prevalent chaos, this person embarks on a journey of spiritual discipline. Through consistent efforts in meditation, self-discipline, and ethical living, they gradually overcome the impurities of the mind and heart. Over the course of multiple lifetimes, this dedicated yogi refines their spiritual practice, ultimately reaching the pinnacle of spiritual realization. In this example, this verse elucidates the logical aspect of spiritual growth in the context of Kali Yuga. The yogi's persistent efforts and commitment to purification lead to the culmination of spiritual perfection, regardless of the challenges posed by the current age. This verse emphasizes the yogi's unwavering effort, gradual purification, and attainment of perfection over multiple lifetimes. In the context of Kali Yuga, the verse provides a logical framework for spiritual seekers, highlighting the importance of continuous practice and determination on the path to the highest spiritual goal. Bhagavad Gita 6.46, in the context of Kali Yuga, this verse provides a logical perspective on the multifaceted nature of the yogic path. It suggests that the yogi, incorporating elements of asceticism, knowledge, and action, stands out as superior. In an age where individuals may have diverse inclinations and capacities, the verse advocates a holistic approach to spirituality. Consider a seeker in Kali Yuga who has a deep inclination toward meditation, but also values knowledge and actively engages in altruistic actions. This individual, following the advice of this verse, recognizes the harmony of the yogic path. By seamlessly integrating contemplation, learning, and selfless service, they embark on a comprehensive spiritual journey that transcends the limitations of isolated approaches. In this example, this verse illustrates the logical aspect of the yogi's superiority, emphasizing the synergistic combination of various spiritual practices. The seeker, by adopting a balanced and inclusive approach, progresses towards the highest spiritual realization, echoing the timeless wisdom of the Bhagavad Gita. This verse asserts the yogi's superiority over ascetics, scholars, and performers of rituals. In the context of Kali Yuga, the verse provides a logical framework for seekers, encouraging a holistic and integrated approach to spirituality. The harmonious combination of knowledge, devotion, and action is presented as the path to the highest spiritual state, reflecting the timeless wisdom of the Bhagavad Gita. BhagavadGita 6.47 in the context of Kali Yuga. This verse resonates with the universal theme of devotion and the importance of inner connection. In an age characterized by spiritual degradation, where individuals may find it challenging to adhere to strict yogic disciplines, the verse provides a beacon of hope. It suggests that even amidst the challenges of Kali Yuga, a sincere and devoted heart can attain the highest spiritual state. This verse reflects the current age by emphasizing the essence of bhakti devotion. As a potent and accessible path for seekers in Kali Yuga, the Lord acknowledges the simplicity and effectiveness of unwavering faith and inner absorption in the divine, making it a practical and relevant approach for individuals navigating the complexities of the present era. Consider a modern spiritual aspirant in Kali Yuga facing the distractions and demands of a fast-paced and materialistic world. This individual, recognizing the challenges of stringent yogic practices, wholeheartedly embraces a devotional path. With unwavering faith and a mind absorbed in the divine, they engage in heartfelt worship, seeking a profound connection with the Supreme. In this example, this verse illustrates the significance of devotion in Kali Yuga. The seeker, despite the prevalent distractions and challenges, discovers the transformative power of inner connection and faith. The verse serves as a guiding light, encouraging individuals to cultivate a genuine and heartfelt relationship with the divine, transcending the limitations of the current age. This verse highlights the exceptional status of a yogi who, with unwavering faith and a mind absorbed in divine contemplation, engages in devotional worship. In the context of Kali Yuga, the verse underscores the universal relevance of devotion as a potent and accessible path. It encourages seekers to embrace the simplicity and effectiveness of inner connection, offering a beacon of hope in navigating the spiritual challenges of the present age.